Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how to use visibility cues within ProPresenter for your stage monitor. So we all have our stage displays that we use so that we can see lyrics and all that sort of thing, so that your pastor can see a timer, so people that are going to be on stage can see segment time, like whatever information it might be. Or say you have a kids volunteer who needs to come into the room and let somebody know that somebody needs to go pick up their child. So maybe that just needs to be said from stage so that it can be said there, or shared so that somebody on stage can see it, or any type of notifications like that. But you don't want that stuff on your stage display all of the time. So right now at the church that I'm at, we use Resi to send our messages from our central campus out to our other 7 campuses. And so we've got something built in where I can hit a button to send a message, and it pops up on screen nice big and red and all this sort of stuff. It says that the live message is ready whenever we need to use that. And I'm also using that same type of functionality to do other things, so that if I have a timer that I need for this section, but I have a different timer for something else, I can put them in the same location and they will show up when they're being used, when they're being played. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So I'm in ProPresenter over here, and I just went ahead and set up a blank brand new thing so we can set this up together. But let me show you what I'm talking about real quick with the visibility link. So we've got this one here, got a video countdown here. If I just click on this, within my shape function here, you see the button that says visibility. Once I click on visibility, I've got options on what I'm going to do to make things function, and that's what we're going to work on. So let's go back to our blank one, and I'm just going to go ahead and create a text box, and I'm going to call this, let's say, announcement timer. We'll not worry a ton about the size of it right now, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create another box. This is going to be just the label of my announcement timer. I'm going to make another text box that I'll just leave empty, and we're just kind of dragging things in and making it look usable for the time. So we've just got a blank text box there. This is going to be the name of it. This is going to be our actual thing. So we're going to make and connect this to an announcement timer. So I'm going to click on my text box here, and the first thing I'm going to do within the text section, so I'm in the text section right now, I'm going to select linked text. Once that pops up, you get a drop-down menu, and I'm going to go and select the announcement timer that I have. And then I can select what I want it to look like. I don't need all of this extra time on the outside of it and all of that. So now that's what our timer is going to look like. So let me go into our show here, and let's just make this a little bigger. We're going to look at our confidence monitor here, and we're going to select our one that we're setting up right now. So right now, nothing's playing, everything's just showing up on screen, and it would be there all of the time. All right, let's go back in. And here's what we're going to do. So I've got my timer box selected. I'll come back to the name of it here in a moment, but I've got my timer box selected. I'm going to go over to the shape panel over here, and I'm going to select visibility. So this says the object is shown when all of the following conditions are met. So I'm going to put in what conditions I want to be met. So I'm going to choose type, and I'm going to say timer, my announcement timer, and I'm going to select has time remaining. So this box right here with the timer will only play as long as there is time remaining on that timer. So now let's go back over to our window. You see that my numbers have disappeared now because I've got that visibility on, but the timer isn't running. So let's go ahead, let's turn on this timer. Let's put in 2 minutes. Hit enter, and then I'm going to hit play. So now that I've hit play, the timer shows up and it starts playing through. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back to my stage editor, and I'm going to select my box here that has the words announcement timer in it. So same thing, I'm going to click visibility, and I'm going to make sure all that conditions are met, and I'm going to do timer. announcement timer has time remaining. And actually the better option for this particular timer is that it's running. And I'll show you why. So let's move this. Let's leave that like that so you can see the two differences here. We'll go back to our show here. So I've got the timer running right now, and I have the clock set for has time remaining, but I have the announcement timer set for is running. So if I hit stop now, because this still has time left on it, it's showing up here, but the announcement timer name has gone away because it's set to is playing or is running. So actually the better option is to set both of those so that when the announcement timer is running, now you've got a blank screen. If I hit play again, they both pop up. Now I'm gonna go back into and you're gonna see why this is so powerful. I'm gonna come back in here. I'm gonna select both of these and I'm gonna duplicate them. I'm gonna set them right on top. Actually, I'm gonna pull them off set from each other to begin with. This one, I'm gonna change my text in here and I'm gonna make it say message timer. If I could type. And I'm gonna change this box and I'm gonna make this one when the message timer is running, and this one will also be when the message timer is running. And then I'm gonna take both of these boxes and I'm gonna set them directly on top of the ones that we already have. So yeah, the clocks look fine, but now this looks like a jumbled mess, right? So let's go back in here and we can see, let's go ahead and let's set our announcement timer back to the 2 minutes and hit play. So now you can see our announcement timer in here, but now it's gone. If I hit message timer, now we have the message timer pop up. It looks like it didn't move it properly. That is a ProPresenter quirk. It's in the right spot, but you can see what I'm talking about. But if I hit play on this one, you've got them both in there. This, according to where I have it laid out, this is a ProPresenter quirk with it not having moved quite yet. But both of them are laid out in there, both running. But here's what I forgot. I forgot to change the one that says the message timer one. So it's this one. I forgot to change this one in my text to be linked to our message timer. There we go. So now that we come back, if I hit play on the message timer, we've got our countdown for the message there. If I hit play on the announcement timer, you see them overlay each other. Obviously, these timers would not necessarily be running at the same time, but now we have a nice clean blank screen to use and only put up what we need to. Now let me show you the other way that I use for our live message when it's ready to go. So I'm going to come back into our window here. All right, we're going to use just a regular rectangle that we're going to make nice and big, and we're going to have it cover all of this sort of stuff. Just for sake of having it, we're going to make it obnoxiously red, and then we're going to add text, and I'm going to link this text to the stage message. So now now we're going to go back over to shape, and I'm going to click visibility again, and I'm going to choose stage message and has text. And then same thing with the red box, visibility, stage message, has text. So let's go back in here. So we're not seeing anything here right now. Let's go ahead and get our clock running. And I'm gonna come over to my stage displays, and you can see that nothing is showing. I don't have anything typed in here right now. So let's type live message is ready. It's still not gonna pop up, but as soon as I click show, now our box pops up here and it has the message that we typed in here. Anything that I type in, let's get it. And I'm gonna hide and then re-show. It says let's get it. That's the text that's gonna show in there. And once I move it away, then it goes away. So this can be really useful when you do have timers on stage. So because we are a multi-site church and we are one of the broadcast or one of the other campuses, when that live message needs to happen might be happening while our location pastor is on stage giving announcements, and he may be drawing out time because he hasn't seen that message yet ready, because we're going live with our central campus. So once that pops up, he's got his timer, he's got his announcements up there that he's talking through. We can pop that up on screen and just pop it up like that. It'll say live message is ready, so he knows it's ready, so he can finish out whatever he's saying and that it's ready to send over to our central campus speaker. And then we can put it away and it's gone. This is a really great tool to be able to use your stage display in multiple ways and be able to put things together so that you're only having one display and you're not having to change it multiple times, but you've got multiple uses in it that can be automatically triggered. Another thing I'll do, like we've got this random song up here, so I'll put a timer, I'll add an action and go ahead and put the timer and select announcement timer, and then I can change whatever amount of time that I want that to be in here. So let's say I want that to be 5 minutes. So at the start of his announcements, when he walks on stage, I can just click that and you see it automatically fire over here. And let me go turn off the message timer, and you see that countdown is now happening with his announcements timer. And I would have like his announcements that he needs to run above this, and maybe this pulled down here. If he's speaking live, I'll have the announcement timer as an option, but then I'll have a separate timer set up for the message that he can click into, all of that. So it's really useful, and I can just put a action on a screen. My team doesn't need to go in and do anything with any of the timers to click on those and all that. They're already set up that it fires the right time and puts that up on screen using those visibilities. And then all they have to do, if we're ever going live like that, they can just come in here. I've already got this set up so that it says, I cannot type today, live stream ready. And as soon as they see the cue in Resi, they can just come click show. It'll pop up on screen nice and bright so that you can't miss it. It doesn't matter where you're looking out on stage, you're gonna see this up on the back wall. And so then you can know that it's ready. Or if I'm leading worship, and this will pop up over the worship lyrics so that I know that the live stream is ready. I don't have to like extend the song or flow or anything like that, that we can go right into the message and then they can pop it away and we're good to go. So I hope that was helpful to you, a helpful tool on how to use some of the different functionality within ProPresenter to make your setups a little cleaner, a little easier, and make it really helpful to your people that are standing on stage trying to make sure that they're in step with whatever needs to happen. Hope that was helpful. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.